Hi everyone. I'd like to do a little tour of my tanks that I have here in the house. I think I've got like 7 of them, and I'm going to start out in my stepdaughter's room. She's got 2 tanks in here. One's not fish, one is a turtle, and the other is a betta. So we'll get started here. This is her turtle tank. She has a Mississippi map. Let me see if I can get a zoom or a better view of this turtle. This turtle is about 5 inches in diameter and is basically full grown. We use 2 filters to filter out this tank. I've got a little Marineland penguin, and there's a spot right in this rock right about here. There's a filter down in that rock. It sucks it from the bottom and spits it up towards the top. You see a little scum on the water there. We've got some cleaning up to do. My stepdaughter's not the greatest on keeping the tank clean. There's a little heater there for the turtle. That pump or filter actually serves as a basking area as well for the turtle. Got the UV light and a basking light. Over here, got the 10-gallon little betta tank. Let's see if I can get a good view of the betta in here. So I'm getting some reflection off the window there. But that is our betta. His name is Uber. That's my filtration, just a single sponge filter. I had a regular filter in there for him before, but that created too much movement and he was really not happy with that. So we took that filter out and I put a sponge filter in. That's why it looks so new. It's not been in there for very long. But yes, he's a happy little betta. Then I move on to the living room. Here's some of my dogs on the way over. But I have a 100-gallon community tank with all live plants in it. Got a bunch of vale in the background. Got some different species of Amazon swords. I don't know if you can see this, but I actually have a lily pad up in here. I've got platinum angelfish. I have gold angelfish. I have a bunch of miscellaneous tetras. I have turquoise rainbows. I have a yellow rainbow. Got some Colombian tetras. Let's see, I've got I can't really see from here probably, but that's a blue and black striped angelfish. And I've got a black angel. Those 2 have been pairing off. I'm hoping that they actually do something for me. They've laid eggs already, but the other fish keep eating them. Got some green tiger barbs in here. I got a bunch of various different Cory cats. Most of them are hiding right now. This is the only thing that's not, real. All the driftwood in here is real. But I got this castle in here, and that houses a ropefish, which he never comes out. He's only got one eye. I think that's why he's never out. He's scared. And I've got a regular pleco in there and a bristlenose pleco. And I don't know if you can see underneath here, but he just moved. There's actually a bristlenose that hangs out underneath this log here. I also got a couple decent sized bala sharks, nowhere near full grown yet. I'd have to say they're probably about 5 to 6 inches. 100-gallon tank is only 5 foot long, so we couldn't go out and just buy a top for this. The person that had it, I don't know what happened to their top. I bought it off Craigslist. But my stepdaughter and I, we custom built this tank top. See if I can get some light on in here a second. Excuse the stuff on it. It's a flat surface, usually becomes a shelf. Anyways, I can hinge it from the front. I've got a couple of bulbs in here for the plants. These are 26 watt compact fluorescents, 6500K, closest to sunlight that you can find, closest to reproduction. We've got these are metal. I use them as reflectors to reflect all the light back down into the tanks. And as you can see by all the plants in here, it does a very good job of helping me grow my plants. So, and it was a fun project for my stepdaughter and myself. But I filter this with two Fluval 406s. Oh, there's my male crib. My female's hiding in a pot back here as I think she's about to burst. I think she's going to have some babies for us. I'll have to keep you updated on that. Across the room, I have my discus tank. This is a 90-gallon tank. I have a bare bottom tank here. It had a bunch of sand in it, and it was a planted tank. So I tried to get the sand out as best I could. If you see it's a little dirty, I can't really get down there with a scrubber and scrub it because there's still a little bit of sand left in there. So every time I start to scrub, it scratches the heck out of the glass. The only filtration in this tank are the two sponge filters. Those are both adequate for 50 gallons each. So it's a 90-gallon tank. I do water changes on this tank every other day, 20%. And here I've got a blue pigeon blood. I've got a regular pigeon blood. I've got a brilliant as my adolescent. I've got a balloon ram. I have a Marlboro red. And I have a blue diamond. I don't know if you can see him up here. He's up in the dark. He's kind of hiding. There he comes out. And then these are just a guy that I know here in town breeds different kinds of discuses. Sorry. And these are just kind of stuff that he's played around with. There's really no name for these two fish. They're basically a cross between a blue and a green strain. So there's my little electric blue ram. And I've got a bunch of various Cory cats in here. I've got 3 rummy nose. I've got an Otto on the back wall there. I've probably got about 10 Rasbora hets floating around in here. Just tonight I took and I put backing all the way around the 3 sides. As you can see that. That way they were like getting spooked real easy, and I think it's because they could see a bunch of movement. So I'm trying to make it so that all the viewing area we have is in the front, so they can go back and hide in the back corner there and feel safe. This is my 20-gallon sick tank, and unfortunately I'm having to use it right now. I've got a little wish I could get there we go, a little bit better. My little snakeskin discus. She just never ever grew. And then I have a cobalt blue, which used to be a brilliant blue, but these guys both got parasites, and yeah, I think that's why the one never grew. Now I've actually had both of these fish for probably over a year now. So they're holding in, they're troopers, but I'm hoping I can get them back into decent house so I can get them back into the 90-gallon discus tank. Then I can take this tank and let my angelfish breed in here is my goal. This is my 10-gallon failed attempt at a aquascape. I've kind of let it go. but it does inhabit 2 little Indian dwarf puffers. And I must say, these are probably 2 of my favorite fish. They have a great personality, and believe it or not, they know how to tell time. It's kind of amusing. I did make a improvement on the top here. It looks like a standard top, but if I pull this up, I actually fitted it. I'll just do the reflections, otherwise you won't be able to see it very good. There's 2 compact fluorescent 13 watt 6500K bulbs in there that I modified. I ran the ballasts up underneath the fish tank, 1 for each bulb, and it actually does do a really good job of producing sunlight, but it also makes a really good job of growing a lot of green algae. So this is another project I'm going to try to start over, and so I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to go the same kind of plants I had in there. I had baby tears and hair grass, so I might try something else. And downstairs I have my big tank, and hopefully, pardon the darkness there, a pup tank for when my stingrays have babies. But this would be my 75-gallon pup tank. Right now it is being filtered with 2 AquaClear 110s and 2 50-gallon sponge filters. I have a white tube hanging out in the middle of this tank because I actually have a black ghost knife in this tank. I wish he would come out for you, but it's too bright in here. He ain't gonna come out of that tube. He's about 12 to 14 inches. That's a Fluval 300 heater. He's as long as that heater. I don't know if you guys know how big or how long that heater is. It's pretty good size. So then I'm going to, this is one of my other projects I'm trying to finish up. It's my trickle filter. I got a little Rio 1500 pump down there. I got a bunch of bio balls in this drawer. I've got a sponge that's going to go in here. I have the overflows built. Mostly, I have to glue one more part of them to get them operable and put the right size length tube so I can control my water height. But I got to finish that up. As soon as I get that done, I'll post that too as well. Then here's my big tank. This is my 240-gallon tank. One of my rays. Another one of my rays, that's my baby. That's a boy. A female over there. I had 2 females, 1 male. This is something I didn't want to sit there and suck all this water out with either a siphon or a python. So I got a pond pump I put in here. Does 540 gallons per hour. 5/8 tube running up. And then I incorporated an outlet with a switch. I can just turn that switch, start draining my tank. In this tank I've got 2 geos. I have 2 turquoise rainbows. I have 6. I wish you could see these better. I got 6 Congo tetras. 3 males, 3 females. These guys are probably going to stay in this tank because they never hit the bottom. I had, keyword had, 4 silver tip tetras. I only have 2. 2 got 8. And I had 4 zebra danios, but I'm down to 3 of those. One of those got 8. And oh, they're hiding now. Up underneath here, that's not actually 2. I have 2 of them, but that's a reflection. But that is a African brown knife fish. I have 2 of those. I don't know. There's the other one, floating right in front of me. The reason that the reason I keep the Fluval heaters in there is because they're coated. If a stingray was to touch one of these heaters, they'd get burnt if it was exposed. So that is the reasoning for the covered heaters. There's another little DIY project I did from watching an episode of Joey's stuff. This is an LED light. Basically, it's a 8-foot gutter that I cut up, put 2 end caps on it. I have 2 strips of LEDs. I'm not going to flip this all the way over, but there's one of them. There's one on either side. And with this, I can do white. Well, basically, I'll get the remote, I'll show you. It's pretty cool. I wanted to be able to do moonlight. So I got moonlighting on my 2 tanks upstairs. And it's just nice to be able to watch them at night, the fish. So basically this kit came with a remote control here. And I can change the color of the lighting basically to any color I want. I can brighten it, I can dim it. If I want to get them into party mode, or I can even do oh, here, that's getting me dizzy. But anyway, yeah, there's about 3 different well, there, I can let them have a rave. Anyway, it was a very cheap light for me to build, and it's LED, so it's very economical to run. I have 30 bucks into the LED strips because there's 16 foot of strip in there, and I have probably, oh, I'd say another $12 or so wrapped up into the the end caps and the gutter. So basically, for about 45-50 bucks, I have an 8-foot light to cover my 8-foot tank. I thought that worked out pretty well. As you can see, I don't have a whole lot of sand in here. I got just enough to let my stingrays hide, and then I don't have to worry about sifting through all the sand. These stingrays stir the sand up pretty good anyways, so I very rarely have to gravel it. And if you watch these geos, or those of you that have geos, you'll know that these geos sift through the sand all the time. Right now they're not going to because they think I'm going to feed them, but when I come down here and I just watch them for a while, you can see them sifting through the sand quite a bit. So I don't really have to worry about gravel back in the sand. But anyway, that's my those are my tanks. Thanks for listening. Bye.